Hello, friends. Are you ready for another Stamp With Me Tuesday mystery stamping? This is case number 101. I'm calling it the splits. I didn't used to number my mystery stamping, and I decided the other night I was like I should start putting numbers on these so we know, what they are. And I went back through and I counted all of the mystery stampings, and this is my 101st episode of mystery stamping, the 101st case that we're going to solve. It's the splits. So if you are here and watching me live, go ahead, leave me a comment. Let me know if you are stamping along with mystery stamping tonight. If you're here on the replay, welcome to you as well. I love to know that you guys come back later and watch the replay. That's so awesome. So leave me a comment. Let me know that you watched the replay. If this is your first time here, welcome. I hope you'll hit that subscribe button so that you always know when I go live. If you haven't met me before, I am Heidi with Onigo Stamping, and I'm going to help you reconnect with your inner artist by providing lots of tips, tricks, and inspiration to help you create beautiful cards and gifts using stamps, ink, and paper. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started in just a minute. Karen is just watching. Carol, you're going to try to stamp. Dancine, you're live tonight. Excellent. Let me know if you're stamping along tonight. Now, I have all this stuff out here on my craft table because I was going to share with you my my swap cards that I got at Onstage this weekend while we were doing mystery stamping. But what I found out is when I add the clues get really big. And my pictures over here get really small, and I cannot change them. I can't change it. So instead of looking at my swap cards tonight, we're just going to focus on mystery stamping, and I'm going to share all my swaps with you on Thursday. All right. So if you just came to see the swaps, I'm sorry. I apologize. We will look at them on Thursday. I promise you. Thursday, that's what we're going to do, and they're pretty cute. So I'll set all this stuff aside because there's lots of things, and we're going to get started with the mystery stamping. Dancing, you're totally not prepared to stamp. That's okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead. This is our first clue. Hopefully you saw this clue ahead of time and you have all of your supplies prepared for tonight's stamping event. I'm going to go ahead and move on to clue number 2 so we can get started. So clue number 2, fold the 8.5 by 5.5 inch cardstock in half to create the card base. Adhere the pattern paper to the card front. When you are done with clue number 2, go ahead and type done with 2, and then we will move on to clue number 3. Although it looks like we have a lot of people that are just watching tonight. So I hope we get a couple more stampers with us. I know kind of got messed up last week when I suddenly had to cancel at the last minute so I could fly out of town. It has been a wild ride since last week, Tuesday. So anyway, so when you're done with 2, type done with 2, and we'll move on to clue number 3. But Carol Sue, so far, I'm counting on you. You and me, we're in it tonight. So if anybody else is stamping along, just let me know. Let me know. I like to know that you're stamping. You're done with 2, but don't wait for you. Well, Carol, you might be the only one stamping. So we are waiting. All right, I'm going to move ahead to clue number 3. Clue number 3, trim 1/2 inch off the side of your 5 1/4 by 4 inch cardstock. Discard this little piece. I know, too much pressure. You need some friends stamping with you. Yeah. Cut your 5.5 by 4 inch cardstock, or 5 1/4 by 4 inch cardstock, diagonally from top to bottom. Save both of those pieces. All right, we're going to give you a few minutes to finish clue number 3 before we move on to clue number 4. Oh my goodness. So much happening this week. Did you all see the cover of the new catalog? If you missed it this afternoon, there's the cover of the new catalog. I did do a live unboxing this afternoon. So if you want to see all the things that I unboxed from my big box of pre-order items, definitely go back and watch that. So Jan, that's okay. That's fine. You can be running late. We're only on clue number 3. If you are stamping along with me tonight, clue number 2 was to fold your cardstock on the score line and then adhere your pattern paper to your card front. So, yeah. Woo. And then clue number 3, we're trimming a 1/2 inch off the side of your 5 1/4 by 4 inch cardstock, throwing that little sliver of paper out. Basically, this wouldn't have been a step if I had correctly put in the dimensions when I wrote up the slide last week. But we're just gonna trim that off, make it go away, and then cut your 5 1/4 by 4 inch cardstock, which is now whatever it is after you trim off your 1/2 inch. You're gonna cut it diagonally from top to bottom and save both of those pieces. When we get done with 3, we're gonna go ahead and move on to clue number 4. I'm gonna take a sip of my LaCroix. So I'm still a little bit snuffly after this weekend. I think Houston got hit by an allergy train when I got to Houston. So, all right, Carol Sue, you're done with 3. We'll go ahead and move on to clue number 4. Clue number 4. Using Stampin Dimensionals, adhere one piece of your cardstock to the card front at the top of the card. Using Stampin Dimensionals, adhere the other piece of your cardstock to the card front at the bottom of the card. So these are your 2 pieces that you just cut diagonally. You're going to glue one at the top, one at the bottom, and you should leave a space in between those 2 pieces. So when you're done with clue number 4, go ahead and type done with 4, and we will move on to clue number 5. Yeah. All right. So let me see. What else can I show you? What's going to show up big on here? Let's look at the new ink colors, shall we? Let's talk the new ink colors. Look at this lovely peachy color. So this is the new Peach Pie, which is a pretty peachy orange. Very pretty to look at. And then they have brought back Pretty in Pink as one of our ink colors this year. So Pretty in Pink was an old color that we had years and years ago. So it is back as an ink color, Pretty in Pink, which is a nice pink, a pretty pink. This color, this might be one of my favorites. Although I really like Peach Pie. I like the Peach Pie. But I do like this is Summer Splash. Is it the same pink? You know what? I honestly do not know if it is the same pink. Somebody said it was the same pink, but looking, I have a lot of old cardstock sitting around in my drawers, and of course, looking through, I don't have any Pretty in Pink, so I could not compare it to see if it was the same. Part of me says it might be a little bit darker, a little bit richer. So same name, different color. Yeah, I mean, it's so hard to know though. Like if you don't have the piece sitting right in front of you, who knows? It's such an old color. So, all right. We have done with 4. I'm going to go ahead and move on to clue number 5. Clue number 5, stamp an image and sentiment on the white or vanilla cardstock. Color if desired. So color if desired. All right, so I really like the Summer Splash. I think it's very pretty. It is a blue-green. To me, it looks very green when we look at it like this, but when you put it next to Shy Shamrock, it looks very blue. But I think it looks very green. So anyway, Summer Splash, and then Shy Shamrock, which is this pretty shade of green. Just a nice green. And then, of course, we have Petunia Pop, which to me, I think it looks like a fresh freesia, but like poppier. Like it pops more than a fresh freesia. Let me see. So here's the fresh freesia. You can see is a lot dustier. This is a lot brighter. I think what else I have. It's definitely not. See, it's a lot pinkier than that. It's going to go nice with fresh freesia. Really nice with fresh freesia. Which means it should go also equally nice with bubble bath. Yeah, those are going to look good together. They're going to look good. All right. How are we doing? Carol Sue, since you are my only stamper, and I know that you can handle this, and you will color, and you will come back later, I'm going to move on to clue number 6. Oh, look, you're done. You're done with clue number 5. All right, clue number 6. Adhere the white or vanilla cardstock to the coordinating cardstock. Adhere the layered stamped image to the card front so that it goes across the gap in the cardstock. Embellish as desired. So you're going to take that, what you just stamped, adhere it to the coordinating cardstock, and then adhere it to your card front, and then embellish. And that, of course, is mystery solved. Mystery solved. So let's take a look at the cards that I have, shall we? All right. I'm gonna take out my slides. Let's remove those. Let's do it like this. Here we go. All right. So card number 1, I use the Taco Fiesta stamp. I am so sad that this stamp is getting retired. I think it is adorable. And of course, I'm doing the Fiesta Mystery Craft Box with my friend Melissa. That's shipping out in April. If you haven't registered yet, go register for it because it's going to be an amazing craft box. And it uses this adorable stamp set. So under here, I put in the Flowering Zinnias designer series paper because I've been obsessed with it lately. So that is my first sample design. My second sample design, I went a little bit off book. So here we go. And I use this. I use the Delightfully Eclectic pattern paper and I cut it out with the Nested Essentials dies. Then I stamped my sentiment and popped it up on top of there. Underneath here is actually the Flowering Zinnias paper. So both of those papers use Petal Pink. So I decided to combine them together. And then I don't know if you can see it, but I added some of the little hearts and flowers, enamel shapes. I think I don't know what they're called. I added some of the little white flowers, which I thought looked like the little daisies, and just kind of pulled it all together. And then finally, my third sample, I made this afternoon. Had to pull out some new stuff and make this after my live. So here it is with the Summer Splash designer series paper, and I use the Thoughtful Wishes stamp set colored in with my blends to make that fun card. Isn't that pretty? Oh, so pretty. So those are my sample card designs tonight. I am sorry that, which side did I trim the 1/2 inch off? So on these ones that are like this, I trimmed it off the side here. Basically, I just trimmed it off the side. Whichever side you want to do, you can do. So I trimmed it off this side. And then this one, I trimmed it off this side. So basically, it's just the same side. So if you think about it, you trim it off the side, and then you cut top to bottom. So whether you trim it off this side or this side, if you trim it off this side, you're going to cut top to bottom this way. Hopefully that makes sense. So I wanted to show it a couple different ways because you can do it either way. It works. All right. So I'm sorry I did not share my my swaps with you tonight. Just didn't work out. Computer, it wasn't going to work out technology-wise. So I'm going to share those on Thursday. We're going to look through them all. It's going to be awesome. If you need any stamps or supplies, you can order right from me. The ordering link is right in the description of the video on YouTube. And yeah, Lynette, you're new here. That's awesome. I'm so glad that you joined us. We are just wrapping up this live, but I hope to see you again next time. So I'll see you all Thursday night at 8 p.m. and we'll check out a whole bunch of sample cards. See you then.